Hello and welcome everyone to the Halfling Wizard Productions Twitch channel. I'm your eccentric dungeon master, Dan Sebastian, and tonight we bring you to the Liminal Blink. Before we get started, how about we go around and everybody introduce themselves and who they'll be playing. Lisa.
Oh, I'll go first. I never know when. I always miss you saying go. Hi, I'm Lisa, D&D Winter Wolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Smoke on the Water and a Tabaxi Ranger. And let's go.
All right. Connor.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm playing Dee, the artillerist artificer. He's a Foodian, and he's got secrets and stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Crystal, and I'm going to be playing the legal department, a half-elf warlock.
Hello, my name is Finn. My pronouns are they, them. I'm going to be playing as Mr. Gentleman, the cartoon. He's also got secrets and shit.
I have no secrets.
Hello, everybody. I'm Taryn. I play Cuddlesworth, your big cuddly bear that doesn't kill anyone ever.
Nah.
Perfect. And we are missing one player tonight. Lily could not be here, but she said she gave me very specific instructions to carry out Lilac for this session. So
I hope she has safe travels. Wasn't she flying in tonight? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think so, though. So before we get started, how about we go around and we give a little recap of what happened last session?
Well, we killed everybody on our way to the big bad.
We sure did.
And then surprisingly did not kill him.
Yeah.
Turns out he wasn't that bad. He just was another cog in the wheel of the underworld, I guess.
Yeah.
But yes.
I felt like he gave a really strong arguments, I would say, for why he should not die. But it was a good time.
Took it. Yep.
I heard that Mr. Gentleman has a new contractor at Mr. Gentleman's School of whatever the fuck I called it before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the contract. Yes. What was the contract again? I know.
Didn't we agree that he has to pay a certain amount of his winnings to the school or whatever?
Oh, right. He was gonna advertise the Mr. Gentleman's School of the fuck whatever.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck I called it before.
Uh-huh.
And
Who
we
set that up? Because that's glorious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he joins the pro circuit of the wrestling league down in the south,
Down under
in the Rock Kingdom.
He promised to never come back to this area.
He did. He said he was going to change his name, and him and his giant dinosaur were never going to set foot in this region again.
Oh, good. That means Mr. Gentleman won't ever have to pay him for anything. Good. Mm-hmm.
I feel like, in the sense of he gave you guys everything, all of his things, and then just left. He left you guys with a bunch of different loot and things like that. There was, I'm sure, I hope somebody wrote it down. I still have it. If I need to go over it again, but he gave you guys a deed.
Oh yeah, please go through it again, because I will check off the stuff that I wrote down, because I know I'm missing at least one thing.
Okay. Let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. Treasure.
Or would it make more sense if I went through my list and then?
Yeah, you know what? You go through your list. How about we do that?
All right. So in no particular order, we have 2 potions of water breathing,
Okay.
5 minuscule diamonds, 500 gold, a house deed in Goostaton.
Gustaston. Yeah.
Yeah, that. A magic mirror, and I put in parentheses trap. A bronzed dwarf skull in parentheses screams in brackets mine in all caps, and then crossbow in parentheses Mr. Gentleman.
Yay.
Oh right. Yes. The broken broken repeating crossbow. You can only shoot one, but still.
It's
there's
no longer
also-
repeating.
It's no longer repeating because an orc was thrown straight through it.
Mhm.
Almost like
That's
an
what
accordion and busted it up. That's what it does. There's also a framed painting of the bar with 2 orcs that look kind of similar to Roscoe, and of course all of his brothers. And then there's that barrel of wine that has all their names etched on it. And then there was a couple other things. One thing was in those potions of water breathing, there was a little pouch tied to it. I don't know if you guys opened up the pouch or not. Who has the potions? Would it be DJ?
For expedience sake, I'll just say that Dee Dee took everything and is hoarding everything to then redistribute out in a very Marxist style way, based off of utilitarian code. Except for the bronze.
There's
skull.
also a couple other things. Yeah, so there's a very crude wax drawing of Roscoe waving on a piece of paper. And then a old plush toy that kind of looks similar to the giant T-Rex. Yes, Finn?
Is it crude because of like the art skills, or is it
Yes.
crude because it's making a rude gesture?
Crude
Okay.
because of the art skills. It looks
I
like
take
a child
Fantastic.
did it, but it was one of
Thank
them.
you.
No problem. And
Is it signed?
yes, it just has a handprint waxed on it. No sign. Let's see. Oh, also, one last thing that you guys do find is a it looks like in all of the pouch of gold and things like that, you do find a signet ring that has a very simplistic face with an X over the mouth.
Spooky.
And I guess, yeah, so also that mirror, he explained to you what it did. He said if he touched it, it would send him to another place.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but that's what his third escape option was going to be, was jumping through.
Mm-hmm.
But he figured he was going to talk to you guys first. But it would seem that it's like it's wrapped in like cloth, but if you open it up and look at it, it's almost like stained glass. But it's like a holographic stained glass almost.
Ooh.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'd like to examine the deed.
Okay.
I wanna see
So
what the deal is
this
with that.
deed is a very ironclad deed of property for a home that's just kind of just sitting there in Gustaton in the let me see which one it was in the Dulce district, or I guess like sub-country, if you will.
Whose name is the deed in? Is it Roscoe's?
It is written. It's not so much that it's written in anybody's name. It's just that whoever has this deed is owner of the place, the building.
So I
So
don't
it's
oh, okay. So I don't find
There-
any people mentioned in it.
no, there's no people mentioned in it. It's very much like a say if you own the building, or like say if they repurposed it into like a tavern or something, you could just put it up on the back wall and there's the deed, or of course hide it in a like a safe or something and show it to people to let them know, hey, this is my place. And it's like very ironclad, stamped by the like the magistrate of that region of Dulce, and it's like notarize everything. Everything's ironclad. Ironclad. It seems legit, but there is no like name or anything. It just seems like maybe he won this in some part, or just passed hands to him.
Is the notary stamp on it fancier than my notary stamp?
Make an insight check as you let's see, with the 16, you how does legal react when they notice that it is? Is it full on Patrick Bateman, like shaking, looking at the American Psycho, just
No.
sweat? No.
No, but legal is like internally disappointed and is gonna like, you know, she's gonna mumble something about like, I'll keep this in safekeeping, and she's gonna like file it into the documenty satchel before anybody notices how fancy the notary stamp is, and then she's just gonna make a mental note to ask for a fancier notary stamp when she finishes her internship.
Yeah, the wax is like encrusted with gold. That was part of it too. Okay, let's see. D, do you look at the skull again?
Oh yeah, he hasn't stopped looking. It's like every
Oh, yeah.
every chance, it's just like looking, scanning the room, and then sees the skull and just like screams.
And
Ah,
the
yeah,
skull,
this is
yeah.
great. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
The skull just screams every
I've got-
time it makes eye contact with you.
I've got plans for that skull, Dan. Just you wait.
Perfect. So at this
Terrifying.
point, as you guys talked to Roscoe, he did let you know that he was going out the back, and that you guys are free to do that too, or go back out the way that you can. But also, like he had mentioned, if you guys could take one of his brothers to show that you guys killed the gang leader, that way he could bury his trail and cover your guys being able to say that you guys solved the gang problem up here.
Are they like identical brothers?
Yes,
Or
they're
okay.
pretty identical. There's 12 other brothers. They all dropped out of the ceiling like ninjas and then proceeded to all die very fast.
How many identical brothers does he have?
There's like 2 pretty close ones, and then they all start kind of petering down in terms of they don't look very they don't look very like same mom, might not be same dad. That kind of
So
thing.
this is like in Frozen when Hans had like 12 other brothers that were all in line for the throne.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he, even though he was not the mom's favorite, he still ran the gang.
So we should take one that's pretty much intact, just for ease of transporting.
True. I did say that there's 12, but you guys did disintegrate a lot of them, burn a lot of them, decapitate a lot of them, made a few of them into accordions. So yeah, I'd probably say that 1 out of the 2 pretty close brothers is pretty much intact in terms of his face. Maybe not so much the rest of his body, but it was definitely a big fight.
I leave you guys alone for 1 session. Oh my god.
And Smoke got her 11 gold pieces back.
And then some. Plus interest.
Legal has a thought.
Okay.
So, obviously, we're here to try and track down Roscoe, and we need to prove that we've done so, but it also seems that somebody else wants him dead. I wonder if maybe before we make it public information that he's dead for our purposes, perhaps we could visit whoever else wanted him done away with and see if they'd pay us to do it.
What will happen with the
We could
body?
perhaps withhold the fact that we've already done it until a convenient time.
So, Lady Legal, what I am understanding is you are saying is, we go find this other person, we pick up a quest from them, so to speak, we wait 2 days or so, and then waltz back into their office and say, "Huzzah, we've done it! Give us more gold, please. Here is your proof." And then continue on our merry way. And afterwards, go back to our original employer to obtain our reward from them.
I think it could be a lucrative opportunity.
I agree with you. However, how are we going to ascertain who else wanted our dear departed Roscoe, dearly departed as well?
Wasn't it the Branditos?
I could not say for certain, but if one other would agree with that statement of yours, I would surely follow suit as well.
Dee Dee looks up from cutting off one of the brothers' heads and goes, "Yeah, it was the Branditos. I'll get another one. We'll have 2. Do you want 3? How many? Let me get this one
Master
first."
Didi. Master
There's
Didi.
only-
Wait. Master Didi.
Yeah.
Pinky's out. My good
You're right. That's my mistake. Thank you, Mr. Gentleman.
Continue on.
All
As
right.
you were.
Right. How do we stop these corpses from decomposing when we're finding these people that we're searching for, and we?
Perhaps a bit crude, but I have heard rumors that say there's a type of a holding bag. It's a liminal space almost inside of that satchel that should, in theory, rumor has it, prevent or rather slow down decay. We
Right,
could
but-
find one and test that out.
How would you reckon that we find that bag before these corpses decay?
Are you talking about a bag of holding?
Oh, is that what it's called?
I just have a compartment in my documenty satchel that does that. There's an
I-
evidence section as well. I could just
Hmm.
put it in there.
Oh, could we mark it as evidence? Do you require proper labeling, or can we just sort of fudge
have
it in,
sticky
as it
notes.
were? Wow, I say that solves 3 of our problems right there, Lady Legal.
Smoke likes her. She's
Um,
prepared.
Legal is gonna pull out the sticky notes. She's gonna write definitely really Roscoe A and definitely really Roscoe B.
Perhaps we shouldn't label them as A or B.
Do one of them as one.
But remember, only one of them was. I said out of the 2 left, only one of them was pretty manageable. Like,
So here's what I think. We should make this guy holding up the one that looks the closest to Roscoe. I think what we should do is have
Dee-
this guy go to this guy
Thank you.
go to the enemy, and this guy go to the one guy, the mayor dude, because he didn't really know where who was stealing all the stuff, and so it could be anybody. So if we make the most looking like guy to the direct, rival, and then this guy can go over, and then we're all good. And we'll make them both kiss a little bit, and then throw them over the lead.
No,
There,
Dini, they're
there might
brothers.
be
That's
some
what's supposed
logic to
happen.
this.
It's a brotherly kiss on the cheeks. Wah! Wah! They're out of my hands now. I can't play with them anymore.
I do agree with that. Perhaps, in my thinking, a roguish type sort might want to preserve the head and perhaps mount it on a wall in perhaps a study. And a mayor does not seem the type to really do that. Seems like it may not be good for the votes.
He should place it on. He should place it on Pike to scare his enemies.
Yes,
Effective.
but I don't think it would last before the next election.
I do think that's the idea. It becomes more scary with time, much like
Yes.
a sandwich. Sometimes you want to throw away the whole container and not even wash it. So I do think perhaps there's another merchandising opportunity here, because as the killers, as the disposers, I think we would get first rights on all the trophies, don't you? So perhaps we could pitch to these tiny Brandons that maybe for an additional fee they could have this souvenir if they would like. Perhaps the mayor would also like it. Perhaps we could start a bit of a bidding war.
I foresee problem.
Mm.
If the mayor announces we have captured this Roscoe henchman, and if the enemy sees or hears that the mayor has captured Roscoe, and he also has Roscoe's remains, then this might come back to reflect on us. And I do not want a bounty under my head. Perhaps we should be satisfied with the one and free and clear.
I agree with Smoke. I do think a way we could mitigate that is if we told the mayor that it was actually this guy, and we just give him a different name that's not Roscoe, and that's one of Roscoe's brothers, and then we tell the Branditos that this was Roscoe because they know it's Roscoe, then we've actually kind of solved both problems. And then we have the plausible deniability to be able to go up to the situation and be like, yeah, I mean, it was kind of a 2 heads, 1 flamethrower situation in that, this guy was running the operation, but this guy was the target for these other homies. So,
Is there fingerprinting available in this universe?
What a
I
thing
mean-
to say.
I mean, there's Speak with Dead. So Speak with Dead works just as good as fingerprinting in terms of asking them who they are.
Not if
Yep,
you
but
break
we
their
don't
jaw
want
enough
them
that they
to
can't
speak with that.
talk.
There we go.
But we don't
This
want
is-
them
we
to speak
should-
with that.
Can you remove their tongue?
Or just
Well,
we could just tear their jaws off. Just,
well, the thing is, with Speak with Dead, it's you're speaking to their soul. So the only way that you wouldn't be able to speak to somebody is if you bought a body that had no head.
So
But if there's fingerprinting, hear me out, let me cook. If there's fingerprinting, we could take the head to one of them, and then we could take the body to the other one.
So there's like mancy, like there's blood magic. So like they'd be able to prick the body of blood, figure out.
Not if we drain all the blood out first.
Ah,
We
I
put
mean,
it in our bathtub for a week.
if there's
This
no blood.
is getting very complicated now.
I do agree. I like the idea, but maybe it's more trouble than it's worth for this particular one. But moving forward, I do like this idea of 2 bounties in 1 mission. I think that's good.
I believe we have worked well together. Once this mayor pays us, I think we should work together and collect bounties. I think we are good at this.
I agree.
You'd like to stay together and adventure and work together as business partners? Truly.
I think it could be lucrative.
I feel like we should agree on some sort of financial split before we agree to anything like this. Because there's lots of money to be made in things like this, and if one of us is just, keeping track of all the money for everyone, that seems rather unfair.
I would recommend that the legal person draw up a contract where we all have an equal share of any rewards. I trust her. She has little notes that stick on things.
Legal is gonna open up the front flap of the documenty satchel, and it's gonna go like it's printing,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
and she's gonna say, "Oh, what a coincidence! I happen to have already made one."
All right, what is this contract? Does it say exactly what Smoke is asking, or what's all on
Or what's the hidden catch? Crystal?
Because as you being the only person here that knows contracts, you can put whatever you want on there.
I mean, if you simply read the terms and conditions, I'm sure it'd be very clear to you.
No, we don't have time for that, and
You can just click agree. That's fine as well.
I feel as though my untowardness in creating contracts for my business partners and my contractors and my students may be coming to bite me back in the, if you pardon my language, ass.
Yes, of course. Well, I am of course very interested in transparency. I'll go over it with you very quickly. So this is the first section. This simply describes all of the ways in which we go about our duties, the different roles that perhaps we will allocate to one another, and how that will be subject to agreement on a per endeavor basis. And then this next section, this is about the distribution of the spoils, you see. And then the next is it's just a run of the mill boilerplate thing about data usage. But then the rest of it is just a waiver. Saying that you agree to, perhaps risk of bodily harm.
Now, Lady Legal, if I agree to this, are you saying that you, in taking my data, are going to take my likeness and perhaps post it upon merchandise to sell at a profit.
What? Why? What an interesting idea.
And then legal, you roll whichever you'd like, persuasion or deception, and then everybody's gonna roll insight.
Where's my die?
I'm gonna say, since you're doing this about contracts, I'm gonna say you have an advantage on that.
Oh no.
So you have the
Oh,
20. So you have the
no.
21.
Well, I rolled a nat 20 for 23.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wiley.
So I would say, but with Smoke, with you already, so she's just trying to convince everybody that it's a good idea. She's not trying to lie to anybody, but you can really tell that. I mean, you are already saying I trust her, but everybody else feels like I don't really understand it. So it's up to people to actually want to sign it or not.
Dee Dee's already signed it. Like, the moment it was here, flip, 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 sign.
Legal,
What does
while
DDC
I
do, like?
while I like you and I trust you, please know that if you deceive me, I would have to kill you.
A perfectly respectable terms.
You can even put that in the contract if you'd like.
Nice.
I can add an addendum. That's fine. Dee Dee, will you initial here?
Yeah, no problem. And so Dee Dee'll, what I would like it to be is like little scorch marks, like it's like written in fire. I was gonna do it in blood, but I don't think Dee Dee has blood, so because you know
It's
the
got
whole
It's just
candy.
peanut butter.
Like,
Fruit juice.
it's just lemon juice and almond.
It's just like
It's just gross.
caramel.
So
I
yeah,
would
I
say
think
it's
just
just
like
like-
little scorch
Is
marks.
sticky.
I would almost say it's like almond butter.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, almond butter. Everything I touch is mycelium almond butter sticky. It's very gross.
Icky.
Feel like if you're not dry. I mean, if you're dry, it's not doing anything. But yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Depending
do
on the
have
weather.
dried.
Please to place clause that either party may terminate this employment with 2 weeks' notice.
A 2 weeks notice, please. You should at least give an employer 2 months notice to allow them time to prepare and perhaps hire new
How about 2
help
days?
to replace you. 3 months notice would be better, in my opinion.
No,
I
vac-
give you-
no vacation.
I
days.
give you two.
No
I give you
vacation.
2 weeks.
All right.
Vacation and sick
Who
pay
put-
are not to be paid out in the event of a 2-week notice. 6
Who put
months notice,
vacation
fine.
at
2
the
weeks.
front of an employment.
Is there anything in this contract about what happens if we were to die?
Why, yes. Flip, 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 flip. You see here, section 4, paragraph 2, subheading 8. If any party member is to die or dies over the course of the performance of the bounty hunting duties, then said party members' existing loot will or existing possessions will be distributed according to aforementioned wishes. In the absence of such wishes, will be distributed equally to present party members, withholding a 5% tax to the yes. Yes. Right.
Tax-
To the-
You have to
To
fill
the-
out an I-9 for this.
Right. Does that mean we also have to fill out a piece of paper saying what our wishes are every time we get new loot, as you called it?
Well, you don't have to.
But if we don't, then you guys just get to scavenge the dead body and just take what you want.
A verbal agreement will do.
Oh, all right. don't know why, but I foresee someone dying at some point. and
Perhaps we could make a provision where we would pay for a funeral. Would that be sufficient?
Oh, sentimental.
Does that
Gauze
mean
pops
we
out.
have to share our funeral wishes with the group?
Gauze, Gauze just floats real incorporeal right next to you, and he's like, "You should put in the contract that you raise them as zombies until you can revive them.
Oh
That
my
way
god!
you can keep on putting them to work."
Oh my god! Revivify costs 300 gold pieces, but Ray's dead, and 3 nights
It's
at a
free.
brothel is 50 gold.
Because Ray's Dead is free.
Because Ray's dead is free.
Oh god. Legal. Here's what Legal's gonna do with that. She's gonna be like very excited about this idea for a second, and she's gonna like flip, and she's gonna have a moment, and she's gonna go. For some reason I think I need to noodle on that. I don't know why.
Okay.
Let me get back.
I mean, you were literally just talking about auctioning off heads earlier, but we draw the line on raising somebody's life.
No, I haven't drawn any lines.
Okay, all right.
I believe
I'm thinking.
we would have plenty of time to discuss this on the journey back to Figmont, yes?
Yes.
This place is boring me.
I do love that you're also interested in contracting.
I love that this session has turned into contract negotiations.
We can do this for 3 hours, I think.
Riveting stream.
All
I think
part
we
of the
can make this work.
plan.
Well,
Okay.
we can discuss the finer points if you would like over the course of the journey. And she like rolls the contract back up and like stuffs it into it. I feel like she stuffs it into a pocket in the documents satchel where Patron just so happens to have like jumped into the satchel, and she's just like stuffing it in. And he's like, "Rah, rah." She just doesn't care.
Yeah, he's just he as you're opening it up to put it, he's like, "Well, can I add any of the stuff?" And you just smush it. You smush it.
Let us
He's just
go
a
out
little-
the zip. Let us go out the back door. The front door is probably not even there anymore.
Okay. So you guys go out the back. So the back is very much it's kind of like slanted, almost like a storm cellar almost. So when you go to push on your side, it's very like hatch, like straw kind of almost, but like a different kind of material. And as you push, it's like the grass. It's it was like a hidden grass almost. Like if you were to even walk on it, you could walk right over it, but it opens up kind of as a hidden passage out. You see going off in one direction, very fresh, big dinosaur footprints and a pair of feet, and then towards the opposite direction, probably about like a football field away or so, you see very light smoke kind of going into the sky. It's pretty much it's morning at this point.
It was a good night's work.
A gentleman should never stay out so late, let alone all night.
Well, you guys pretty much spent like a day there because you guys got there at night, and then you guys rested at one point.
Dee Dee's gonna like pet Whittle Boy the turret And just give him little pats looking over at the smoke and be like, "We did good work today. There's gonna be more of that in the future for us."
Is
And he'll go back
is the
inside.
turret autonomous, or is it? I mean, you just control it. So would it just be like you petting a gun?
Yeah, no, I think of it as the equipment launcher from Doom Eternal, and that's
Okay.
what it looks like. But it can move on its own because it has legs, and then I tell it where to go on like bonus action and stuff. I just really like the flavor idea that it's like not nearly as useful as like a find familiar homunculus servant kind of thing, but it's somewhat a little bit like a, I don't know. I imagine it makes little like Bastion from Overwatch noises, but without
Okay.
any kind of mechanical weight behind it. But yeah, it's basically
Okay, so
just
you
being
programmed it
distributed.
to do that. You programmed it to like be almost like a squeeze toy,
Yeah,
and it just makes noises.
yeah,
Because I
absolutely.
imagine the turrets as like remote controlled RCs. Because if
Oh,
you
okay,
die,
yeah.
you're the remote, so like it
Right.
just sits there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's yet another little creation that he can just stroke a little bit, give little scritches.
So it just makes a couple of beep noises.
It's like a little very pleased with
Mhm.
itself.
Mhm. Okay, what will y'all do now?
Head to Figmont. We are heading to Figmont.
Okay, perfect. So, like Roscoe had said the night before, because you guys asked for a ride, and he said that he had no horses or wagons or anything left. But he also said that there would be an alcohol shipment coming in today. Of course, they're gonna show up, and there's gonna be no bar. But he said it shouldn't be long. So it should be in like the next couple of hours or so.
Well, let's take a mini nap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are you guys gonna walk over to the bar?
Yeah.
Or what's left of the bar?
Yeah, that would make the most amount of sense.
Okay. So you as you guys are walking over, you do see, even though it was a big bar, it doesn't really match up to like the amount of smoke that was going. It looks like a very light piece of smoke. I mean, that amount of bar, it would have been burning for pretty much a whole day. As you get there, you do see a kind of, I mean, you see a person just kind of standing over the wreckage, and you're seeing like the last bit of like some smoke going into her hands, or to their hands.
The
And
Dickens.
you see a peppermint striped, like kind of tiefling turn around, and I mean, it's got gumdrop eyes, and she's like, "Oh, hi! Did you guys were you guys around for the fire?"
What has happened here?
Yeah, what fire?
I don't know. There was a big fire, and I gotta say, I love fires. But I just took care of it. It was burning pretty strong, and then I came and I just ate it all up.
Do you think in a way that would maybe make like less of an insurance payout? Like, let's say like maybe we were able to collect some insurance gains from
I mean, it's still a burnt down place.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
it's
then I hope you had a
small,
good time. Yeah,
I mean, I did. It felt
Good.
great.
yeah. I had a great time when I nothing.
God.
We
I
have
forgot about the fraud.
It's not
Mr.
fraud.
Gentleman.
I like
Is
burning
that out
down
of
things
character?
too.
Mr. Gentleman, I fear we are being rude in not introducing ourselves.
Ah, yes, that is quite correct, Lady Smoke. I was about to say the exact same thing. Very rude of my pupil, Dee Dee. I would hope that you would learn and do better in the future.
Don't pupils mean eyes?
In some cases, yes, but before I get on that tangent, hello, and he like bows very graciously. My name is Mr. Gentleman. I am the owner and proprietor of Mr. Gentleman's finishing school of whatever the fuck I called it before. And you are?
My name's Olive Embers.
I'm so sorry. One more time, slower if you please.
Olive
Olive
Embers.
Embers.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely
Olive
to make your
Embers.
acquaintance, Miss Olive Embers.
Well, I've got all of these embers in my heart for you.
Dee Dee.
Okay.
Save it for at
That's
least
nice.
the second outing
I'm so sorry.
amongst
I
the ton.
didn't. Gah! And Dee Dee will
Bring
run and
her a
hide
glass
behind
of
Puddle's.
lemonade first at a bowl or something, man.
I'm so sorry.
Have you learned nothing?
Apparently
Hey.
not.
It's not every day I meet another pyrophiliac, so I mean, it's good to see good to see y'all. I mean, yeah, I just like burning things. I mean, I like finding things that are burnt down and taking the fire.
Yes, you
or
mentioned
in
something
the middle
about
of
that.
burning. I never start them.
I would never accuse you of such things. You mentioned eating it previously. I don't mean to impose, but could you elaborate just a smidge?
Okay. So when there's fire going on, I come to it, and then I put my hands up, and then I eat the fire. And there you go.
With your hands.
Yeah, that fire kind of just goes in my hands. And I
And
just
you
feel
feel
real good.
satiated from that?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you store the fire to release later?
I don't know. I mean, usually whenever I never use the fire. Any more than anybody else uses fire.
I am called Smoke on the Water, but there is no fire involved.
And Lady Olive, please feel rest assured, we are not cops.
Because you have to tell me if you guys are cops.
We do, or else it is entrapment. And as a gentleman, I never try to entrap anyone.
Okay. Somehow I trust you.
I
also,
can roll persuasion if you wish.
all right, go ahead and do that.
Oh damn!
I mean, you.
It ain't gonna go well for me.
15.
15.
All right, she believes you.
Okay.
What does the tiefling look like?
So she looks like almost like a regular looking tiefling, but instead of like crimson or different color, her skin is red and white striped all the way through. She's wearing regular like kind of adventure clothing. She's got horns that kind of come out, and they are different. They're almost like licorice black, and then she's got green gumdrop eyes.
Amazing.
She's like a half foodie and half like tiefling.
Legal is gonna go up to her and say, you look quite a bit like my cousin. Are you related to the you don't have any department in your family, do you?
You know, I had a grandpa. His name was Fuego.
Fuego.
I don't really know. I mean, I don't really remember his last name. I really kept I'm a little estranged from my family. I don't really like him that much, but yeah. He moved. They all live up in, well, used to be called something else, but it's Gustatan up there. But I travel down here every now and then just to see if there's any like forest fires or anything like that.
And is Fuego, is that the ancestor you got the is that the side of the family the horns are from?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's just so very interesting because I've always been bullied for mine. Because half elves just aren't supposed to have them. It's very peculiar. I don't know what happened.
I'm sorry to hear that. Did you try locking them in chests and throwing them into a lake whenever they bullied you?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay, right. Because you're gonna get banned from summer camp too. I understand. Hey, they're fine. It was a chest that you could breathe in. I'm not a monster. If I did do that.
A quick point of order out of character. So allegedly, she put her bullies in a chest, and through that chest that they could breathe in the lake. The order of operations there, correct?
It's just like that
Yes.
episode of Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
It's fine.
I just wanted to make sure.
Why are you
Anyway.
trying to clarify this? What are you?
They
a
weren't
mom?
gonna die.
I just wanted
And
to
I've
make
also
sure.
never seen that, but glad that they think the same.
Yeah, it's
Perhaps
just
we
trying to
all
figure out
have
if Dee Dee's
things-
fully falling in love or not.
Perhaps we all have things in our past that are best not spoken of.
Yes, I do agree with that, Lady
Yeah.
Smoke. I do indeed.
Well, what are you guys doing around these neck of the woods?
We are waiting for a
hope you're-
wagon.
Okay. Like a ride share or
That's right, mi amigo.
it's weird.
And then
I didn't think
we are traveling to nearby town. Where might you be heading?
You know, I did want to go to Tapas, that festival in Figmont. It's pretty fun. I like it because they do a lot of fire-centric things. So this was kind of a pit stop on the way there.
Well, unless my companions have any objection, I think you could probably ride with us.
Okay, if you're cool with that, yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Leaving a young lady to adventure by herself in the wilderness is not quite gentlemanly. So, yes, I would agree with that, Lady Smoke. Very, very excellent call.
This
Well,
is
I also-
Cuddle.
I'm-
This is Cuddlesworth. He is big but nice. He will protect you.
Puddlesworth is running around trying to figure out where the hell Dee Dee disappeared to behind him.
Just shyly darting around the ankles. Just, oh, I can't. Oh, you can't see me now.
Good to meet you, big guy.
Doesn't even notice that there's a new person here. Like, just fully oblivious. Just
Okay. So she, as you guys kind of finish talking, you do see a wagon kind of pulling up, and it says R6's and Ales Brewing Company on the side of the wagon, as this guy with the big mustache pulls up, and he looks at all of you guys and looks at the bar, and he's like, "Did I just drive all the way out here for nothing? Where'd the bar go?"
Well, we met Roscoe earlier, and he suggested that you divert your shipment to Figmont.
All right.
And we would like to ride with you if that is... It is okay, is it not?
Can you buy one of these crates off of me? That way it's worth my trip out here.
I couldn't hear over the dog. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you're good. Can you buy one of these crates off me? So it make it worth my while driving out here?
Perhaps we could toast our newfound business venture with whatever is in one of these crates. Yes? How much is a crate?
3 gold.
Absolutely.
Well, if it's only 3 gold, I could perhaps buy his entire operation if I wanted to. Sell it at Mr. Gentleman's School of whatever the fuck I called it for a greater profit. Yes, I
you
could.
spending money that you don't even have.
I'm sorry. What do you say?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, I was just creating a shopping list for when I return home to Figmont for my school of gentlemanly wiles. Eggs, cabbage, bread, that sort of thing. You know, to feed the students.
A wagon
Meat.
full of booze.
You might entice more students with the contents of a wagon.
Indeed, something to think about. Yes, to my speculations and plotting now, if you'll excuse me. And he just turns around and just does this pose while staring off into the middle distance.
I will get on the wagon.
All right. Yeah, you guys can all. It was a pretty big wagon, so he's like, "All right, even you big guy, you can come up here. It'll be fine."
He steps on the wagon and it sinks just a little bit as soon as he does.
Just a little bit, but it's got almost some sort of suspension for very, very large shipments. But he was only bringing a few crates of stuff. It's a pretty empty wagon. It seems like he made his way through the city and this was his last shipment. Okay, so you guys start heading to Figmont on the back of this wagon. As you guys do,
This is my back of wagon dance.
just as you guys do, you do not encounter any hostile people or anything on the way back. As you did, it's very similar to the way on the way to there to the bar, but you do notice there is a very large wagon that seems like it was heading towards Figmont, and it's broken down. It's very much like an overhanging kind of wagon, and it has on the side of it root wranglers, remedies, and fortunes on it. And there is a it looks very much like a horse, but it has the head of a crow. There's two of them, and they're just kind of sitting idle.
We should stop to help.
So if I give you a gold piece, will you pause our trek for just a few moments, please?
Yeah, sure, why not? I need
Fantastic.
a drink break anyway.
Fantastic, thank you.
Is not there something called a code of the road that you would help another driver?
Out here in the woods, I'm just trying to make deliveries. I'd probably get back to Figmont and say that there's a thing crashed out here, but I don't got nothing to help out with that.
We will stop, yes.
But if you need any tools or anything, there's stuff in the back.
I've got nothing to help, but I got tools in my computer.
I'm not going to get out of the driver's seat, but you can pop open the trunk and grab the toolkit I have back there.
He looks at you, he's like, I'm 147. I get to pick and choose when I get out of bed in the morning.
My knees ain't what they used to be.
What I got out of bed in the morning was to deliver some alcohol. If I help some people by saying, hey, there's somebody broke down back there, then that's my due diligence. But other than that, I ain't going to lose an ounce of sleep over it. He swigs a bottle as he's like, I'll be parked right here.
Thank you, sir. Well, shall we investigate?
Mr. Gentleman, should I stay with our cart to guard it in case this is a trap, or would you like me to go forward and clear the way to make sure it's safe for your arrival?
I would like to pose this question to you, Master Didi. As gentlemen, we should not, and there is no hierarchical system here in place at this moment, for we are not traveling with a duke or with royalty or what have you. However, we are traveling with several members of, how can I put this gently, women, and we must protect them first. So,
Are you
yes, you should
suggesting
go first to pave the way and to make sure it's safe, and so that Lady Smoke may perform her investigation afterwards.
Okay.
with us guarding.
Are
Got
you
it.
suggesting that I am not capable of taking care of self?
No, I'm quite suggesting that I would rather save your strength for the fight ahead, because you are a valuable ally, and I cannot afford to lose you early in the race.
I'm not sure what you said, but it sounded okay.
It sounded like a compliment to me.
Dee Dee's gonna stand on the back of our cart and unship the shield and take out the dagger and hold it underhand, and to Smoke go, also, keep in mind, I'm expendable, and then just like backflip like scuba dive style off the cart and just straight onto the ground, and then,
Oh my god, I
and
love
then
it.
scurry over to check out the cart. And
It
hello.
also just makes him happy to do this, I've learned.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like little bell kicks all the way
It's,
over, like tactical bell kicks.
I
showing
believe
it.
this is Lady Smoke. I believe this is what the kids are calling enrichment.
Yes, I'm so enriched right now.
He is spending enrichment time in his enclosure.
That's fair.
Embers pulls out what seems to be a cigarette, and she's like, "Is that all? Is that how he always is?" Talking to
You know
Smoke.
it.
Dee Dee,
No. Yes, Mr.
pinkies
Gentleman.
pinkies out, and
Got it.
wink.
And wink?
Backflip, look back over your shoulder,
Okay,
and wink as you do so.
got it. Dee Dee's going to attempt to do a backflip.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the acrobatics.
Would love to. That's a 13. That's not bad. That's okay.
You land it.
Okay,
I taught him everything he knows.
so pinky's out, backflip, stumble a bit on the landing. Ah! And then back over, and then heading over forward. Be like, hello? Is there
That's
anyone?
a positive grade.
Is there anyone in there? Tap, tap, tap.
You knock. As you knock, you hear
Who's out there?
Well, my name is Dee Dee, and I'm a representative of Mr. Gentleman's school of whatever the fuck they called it before. And we're just passing by. We were wondering if you required assistance with your wagon thing.
Oh yeah, honey. I don't know if I ran over something, but my wheel came off.
and as you see that, she opens up the door, and a almost 4 foot, not even 4 foot, very elderly woman with a very long, large beehive hairstyle meets you, your eyes, and she's like,
Yeah, if you could help out with that, that would be great.
Sure. Yeah, we can definitely do that. And Dee Dee will put the knife back and unship the shield. And Cuddlesworth, could you come give me some hands and legs and back strength, please?
Buttlesworth goes barreling, full speed ahead, jumps off the cart, and just starts sprinting.
That's what
A
I'm
wild bear! A bear!
No. This is Cuddlesworth. Cuddlesworth is one of the nicest, most ferocious people that I know.
Master Cuddlesworth, remember, pinkies out, make a good impression.
He's as he's running, he really thinks about it. What does Pinky's out have to do with anything?
No, he's beginning to believe. He's questioning the code of the Matrix. Oh no. Yeah, can I look at the wheel and see?
yes. I think
Go,
Microsoft's
cat.
about to do that too. Amber alert. Yes. So do an investigation check.
I could do that. A 19.
19. So you can see that definitely was like due to like going over a rough patch. It almost looks like there's a piece of it's almost like a piece of wood that was really like charred, like it almost like came off of an explosion or something.
What?
Landed in the road and got wedged into the wheel.
What? That's insane. Well, to hide the evidence, I would like to, I guess, with Cuddlesworth, extract that and then maybe use that wood as like a new shim to shove into the wheel well of the wagon.
Okay. Cuddlesworth, do you want to do a strength check?
Good at that. Is it strength or athletics?
Whichever you would prefer.
Okay. That's a 23.
Okay. So yeah, he easily picks up this, does whatever he needs to do in terms of holding it for you to align the wheel, kind of re-put it in. So especially since you have a tool bag, you'd be able to not even use Ulrich's tools if you didn't want to.
I have woodcarver's tools.
Oh yeah,
And tinker's
yeah,
tools.
you'd be able
I'll
to.
use whatever tools are necessary.
Perfect. You're able to get it put together, and as you're doing it, I mean, she's not fully watching, but the little old lady, she's out outside of the cart at this point, and she's like,
Hey, you are such a sweet. Are you a little boy? Sorry, my eyes are not very good. Honestly, I lost them a few centuries back. These aren't even mine. They're transplants.
Oh man,
And-
that's fascinating.
But I can definitely tell that's a giant bear. But you are a very sweet bear.
As she
Thank you,
says,
Cuddles.
as she says, giant bear, he drops the cart and waves, and then just picks it back up.
I love Cuddlesworth.
What a nice giant.
Ma'am, your wheel's almost complete, but I do need to warn you about this is not necessarily the safest area for travelers, and if you would like to travel back towards Figmont with us, we are heading that way in our booze cart. Well, it's not our booze cart, but we rented a booze cart. We're sharing a ride, if you will.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah, that sounds good. I was actually heading to Figmont too, to set up for the festival.
The festival?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to go and read tarot for people and sell some little trinkets and stuff like that.
That's
Some
fantastic.
of them, I mean, they're just like kind of, I don't know. Some of it, they're just knickknacks, but some of them are fun.
Well, if you enjoy it, that's the most important part. I'll like slap the wheel back on the last like decisive little tap. Be like, okay, I think we're good to go.
Perfect. You come find me and I'll give you a free reading.
A free reading, that's fantastic. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. What was your name again?
My name's Old Bon Root Wrangler.
What a name that
You
is. I'm
You
Dee
can
Dee.
call me. You can call me Bonnie.
Bonnie, okay. I'm writing that down. Free reading. Yay, we did it. A high five, Cuddlesworth.
All right. Well, you take care, little nut man, and you, big bear. All right.
We'll see you in Figmont,
Come on.
Bonnie.
she yells to the raven horses. She's like,
All right, you guys. Whoever gets to Figmont, the big tree place first, gets a whole bucket of corn.
and they just start going kind of a little crazy. She's like, you know what? You might be following me. I'll be fine. I don't think we're gonna be running into any other trouble on the way there. I just did a tarot reading before you guys pulled up, and it said my troubles were gonna be answered.
Okay, Bonnie. Well, you have fun with that. And then to Cuddlesworth be like, we're gonna find her dead in like 15 miles, I swear. She's not gonna make it, man.
When Bonnie says tarot reading, Legal like does like the a small demure heavy sigh, but also rolls her eyes so hard she almost throws her back out.
To that remark, Dee will look at, or Cuddles will look at Dee and be like, do I
You
run after
do not
her?
do not mess with the mystical powers.
What did Cuddlesworth say?
Should I run after her? Do you think she'll die? I don't want her to die. She was a sweet old lady.
Oh no, I think it'll be all right. I was mostly just making a grim foretelling because I'm usually wrong about these things. So if I say it out loud, then it won't happen. It'll be the opposite.
You are a confusing individual.
I'm so sorry, Cuddlesworth. I don't mean to be this way.
I just think it's important to gather your information from empirical sources, like the fluffy multi-eyed demon that only you can see that lives in your bag.
Yeah. And Dee Dee will like pull out a tiny glass sphere and be like, "Yes, empirical sources." And I do the good job.
I read somewhere that there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
That's a pretty sick line.
Pretty sick line.
I heard someone say that just tonight.
It's almost Shakespearean. Okay. All right. So you see.
Smoke is very superstitious. She comes from the old country.
Mm-hmm. You see, as you guys finish talking, that at this point that wagon is long gone. The raven horses, they just took off, running. All you can see is a little bit of smoke. Oh, not smoke, but dust from the huffing it. And then at this point, yeah, Olive Embers is just sitting there, and she's like, I guess we're all done. You guys were able to help her out? Them out?
Yeah, we appear to be all done. Thank you for waiting. I think we can resume our journey now.
Perfect. Anybody want one? She hands over, she puts another, what looks like cigarette into her mouth, looks at everybody else.
Cuddlesworth takes his hand out.
Puts one of those sticks into your hand.
He just eats it.
It's a candy cigarette. Yeah, she's been just put it in her mouth and just like slowly just eating it, making it look like it's she's actually smoking it, but she's not. And you guys take off. You guys head back to Figmont. And yeah, it's pretty uneventful. Half of a day ride. It's a few hours. And you guys get there. You guys start rolling in to what you had seen before, the little cemetery, Hollows, the Hollows Ward, which is the north part of town, like right outside where they have kind of like graveyard, and then there's like a big park there too. but not like a park that you like have fairs at or anything like that. This time of year. But yeah, you guys head back into Figmont. He pulls up to he's going to head back to his ward, the outer ward, because that's where like the warehouse and bars and breweries are. Are you guys gonna want to ride with him there, or where would you guys like him to drop you off?
What time of day? What time of day is it? Like with the mayor's office, would they be open for business?
Yeah, they're open for business, and even then, the way that the mayor's office works, so that is in the root ward, and it is the ward that's pretty much all around the tree trunk. And it has the mayor's office, and it also has the Alcazar Avore, which is where like the mayor lives, which is like a big kind of palace. But yeah, they he's pretty much on call all the time. He'll come regardless to whatever, but yeah, he's usually there pretty much all day.
If it's locked, I can badge us in, as they say.
As you guys get there, Ember's all of Ember's, she's like, well, I think I'm gonna head over to the field ward. If you guys want to meet me there or something. Also, that, what did you say your building was called? Your school? The fuck whatever gentleman
yes.
place?
Yes, it's Mr. Gentleman's finishing school of whatever the fuck I called it before.
Okay. That's the name you stuck on?
It's the only name I could unfortunately remember.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, it was good meeting y'all. Yeah. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Don't
enjoy
eat.
the fair.
Don't eat too many fires. Yes.
I won't make any promises I can keep. And she walks off. All right. So now what would y'all like to do? You're in front of the mayor's office.
Bork.
Bork.
Bork, 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 bork.
I think it's time that we turn in this quest and get our just reward. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys walk in and you see the very familiar which now Beatrice, which is the secretary for the mayor. And you almost, now that you see her, DD, make a an insight check. I guess also Cuddlesworth too.
Oh my god, it's the fortune teller.
Cuddlesworth.
Those are 14 total.
Okay. You feel a vague familiarity to she kind of reminds you of the fortune teller, but not. You don't know why, but also the demeanor when you come in, it kind of that notion kind of dissuades as she looks up and she says,
What do you guys want?
We have completed mission.
You guys killed the oh, wait, no, you guys aren't the Golden Tears. Okay. Right, let's see. What was the mission?
There were
was this?
smugglers. People
Right,
stealing your shipments.
The Goose Titan route. Right. Okay. Perfect. Do you have the notarized and proof of this being completed?
Legal is gonna open up the documents he satchel and rummage around just a little bit and pull out the evidence with the sticky note on it that she has notarized.
"Okay, you got the letter. You got a letter and the head." Or
Oh
is the
yes,
head
the letter.
notarized?
Yes.
Okay. She reads it. She's like, "All right, you notarized everything complete, perfect." And who? Which one of you? The rest of the group wants to sign this as well.
We have
Obvi-
legal person to sign paperwork.
Right, but aside from the notary, one of you has to sign this as well. Just to kind of make this binding.
Mr. Gentleman, how's your penmanship?
Oh, I'm sorry that you were talking to me. I was thinking of something else. As a gentleman, it is pristine.
Perhaps you'd like to demonstrate.
Well, I would happily do so. Is there a contract regarding data and my
Just-
likeness being placed?
Just
upon
a scratch.
merchandise?
Just a scratch needs to be done. You don't need to make any artwork or fanciness, nothing like that. It's already been stamped. It just needs somebody else to sign it.
This isn't a marriage certificate for any reason, correct? I have to ask. You
No.
have to tell me, or else it's entrapment. Literally.
Sarah, I am not paid to answer questions. I'm paid to get things done. So,
Are you not a civil servant? Are you not an employee for and of the people? And am I not a people?
ma'am, I'm a secretary. Sir, I'm a secretary.
And you misgender your people?
Uh,
You, Mr. Gentleman, signs.
Perfect. Great. And you got the head? Or do you have him alive?
Beg your pardon.
I only see 6 of you that walked in here. So either
Didn't legal already pull it out of the
oh
the
right.
satchel?
The head. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the head of who?
His name was Roscoe.
Yes.
Very bad person.
Yes.
Appears to be a high up influence in the coordinated group running a tavern somewhere out in the woods.
We burned tavern down just on good measure.
There wasn't you guys didn't cause a forest fire or anything, right? I mean, it's in the middle of
No.
the forest.
We
Okay.
had Fire Eater with us.
Like one of those carnies that eats fire.
You know, we didn't actually ask her what her profession was. It's entirely possible.
I assure you, my dear, it was a very responsible and by-the-book disposal.
Perfect. That's all I really need to know. Everything's done. This is signed. Heads there. I can ask you any other questions that we might need. Cool. But yeah, all right. Done is done. She hands you a box, and she's like, "All right, there's the money as was agreed on by the mayor."
Fork.
Work. Ludo. Anything else for y'all?
Pretty sure I remember there being food promised.
Oh, I didn't. All right, yeah, sure. Is this good? And she puts out this. It is a basket that says, it's embroidered, and it says, TM on it, and it looks like it's a lunch that was prepared for somebody with the initials TM. She's like, "Yep, here you go. Here's the food for you."
Not even questioning it, Cuddlesworth just picks it up and just starts rummaging through it.
It's very specific, like it's like a very specific lunch order.
Have we completed all duties required of us for this town?
For your, in terms of like citizenship, yes. You guys are all good. You guys aren't needed for any required summons, but I mean, feel free to go check out if you want to do more jobs, things like that. I know we just sent a couple of there's other people that you ran into. They're going west, taking care of some necromancer or something like that. But other than that, you could just go around town, ask people if they need anything.
Perhaps we will prepare a business card to leave with you.
You guys have a business card? Yeah, sure.
Why, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It even can be notarized, right?
It is.
Lady Legal, would you do me the honors of he just like passes over his business card.
Why, yes, of course.
Thank you, Lady Legal.
Now we go celebrate, yeah.
Just one small matter. Can I have a fancier stamp?
For what?
My notary stamp is not the fanciest one.
Ma'am, this is a public office. We keep our quills on chains attached to
would
desk.
only reflect well on the town, and thus the mayor, and then by proxy yourself. Did I use that word correctly, by proxy?
Yes, I believe so. You're doing quite well, Lady Smoke. I'm quite impressed by you. Have you ever thought about becoming a gentleman?
I am Lady.
Yes, of course. But you could be Lady Gentleman Smoke. We can workshop the title. We can workshop it.
I will think about. Right
Wonderful.
now, we must go celebrate. There is a festival in town, yeah?
Yes. I agree. Yes.
I have forgotten the receptionist lady's name.
Beatrice.
Beatrice, please. I know you have a nicer one, and I think my mummy would find it just most wonderful if you would oblige.
Who's your mommy? Are you Nepo baby? You trying to come in here and tell me what to do?
Forget it.
Cause man, I got 20 more minutes until I clock out for the weekend.
Legal is gonna put the notary stamp back in the bag. Just give up.
Also, we don't have any notaries here anyway. Why do you think we send you guys out to go do everything? We contract our notaries.
Notaries at the mayor's office.
Not right now. Not any people that are on staff. We just either zip somebody in or we do it digitally.
I am tired of talk. I go to festival.
Contracts and notaries and more notaries and contracts. Okay. So yeah, you guys, let me see. I believe it was agreed on 300 gold. That's what I have on here.
I think it was more like 1,000 gold each. That's what I have written down.
You can make a persuasion check for that. If you want to ask her that. I think that might be
Does
closer
the
to
23 get me?
She said, she looks at you.
Lady Beatrice. Lady
She
Beatrice.
looks at you. Yeah.
I do believe the kind mayor did say that we would get a signing bonus of sorts for it being our first adventure, and if we come back accomplished and all in one piece, whether our delivery was or not, we would instead receive, as I stated before, the signing bonus, which amounted to 1,000 gold per individual of party, I believe it was. Yes, I have it written down in my pocketbook right here.
You would
And the-
not be trying to cheat us. No.
And the mayor would attest to this that you're asking me?
Oh, absolutely. I do, in fact, believe that we had a written statement that was notarized, in fact.
And you had the contract?
Yes, I'm sure. We may have slipped it into a protected holding place for the time being because we didn't want something as important as that to be damaged in our adventure. So it may
What,
take
like
us
in your
quite a few-
docu-satchel?
Perhaps, yes. So it may take us a few moments to find it, but we can certainly present
Oh,
it.
here it is.
Oh, perfect, Lady Legal. Thank you.
Can I
knew
assist with
having
the
you.
persuasion roll?
Is this you? But the thing is this you trying to forge a document that says all this stuff that she's saying? You're saying this, though, she's like,
I mean, yeah, you can do that. I can also call the mayor too.
Oh,
And we
why
can phone
bother
him
the
in.
man when we have a notarized document stating his will and wishes?
Right, but I mean, just in case. I mean, I don't want anything to kind of fall through the cracks. I mean, last thing I wanted to do is put some good standing citizens into the eyes of the gun locks or anything like that for, like, I don't know, forging or lying to a public servant.
Now, why would we do that to you? Why would we try to endanger each other? Truly.
Well, if you're not going to abide by the contract, Beatrice, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go over your head.
we may also be able to come to a compromise, Lady Beatrice, of if not the 1,000 per party member of our group, as was agreed on this notarized document, perhaps we could settle for the 300 gold, and Lady Legal could obtain that fancy stamp that she has her eyes on.
I literally said I don't have the stamp here.
Forget
don't know
them.
what else
Down me too.
Beatrice,
How about I give you a coupon to the office supplies warehouse downtown? Maybe they have some nice stamps for you. How about that?
Legal
but
takes
Beatrice,
it.
have you considered that I rolled a 23 on persuasion?
You know, I did, but also, like I said, we're 15 minutes to close, and she doesn't get paid enough to
And wouldn't
just
it be
agree.
a shame if I kept sitting here for 15 minutes badgering you for either 1,000 gold or a fancy stamp right before your long weekend?
It's tapas weekend.
It is, in fact, Tapa's weekend. I understand that. But have you also
I just gave you the
considered
coupon.
that I have the gall?
You know what? Fine. You've convinced me. I'll call McCloud in. to
No,
verify.
it's fine. It's fine. You've made your
She's
point.
like,
I
"No,
will leave
I'm
you with
calling
your
him."
15 minutes of peace. No, Beatrice, I bid you farewell. Enjoy your
He's
long
literally-
weekend, Papa's weekend. No, no, I
Okay.
don't want to hear it. It's fine. Enjoy your weekend.
Let me see
I will
that
take my leave.
contract that you had out.
No, it's fine. Please enjoy your 15 minutes of peace. I shall take these rabble-rousers with me, and we shall leave you.
However, we shall be watching door, and you shall not leave early. You shall not shirk your duty.
That's fine with me, as long as you don't bother me. And then she props up her legs and pulls out a cigarette.
Is it a candy cigarette?
No, it's an actual
It's a real
full-blown
cigarette.
It's not candy.
No.
Bill's will hold out his hand and say, "Can I have one? It tastes pretty good last time."
All right. She throws one over to you.
He just eats it along with the lunch that he's been gobbling down.
You can taste that it's not the same, but also you've got a very strong stomach, so it doesn't bother you as much.
Mr. Cuddlesworth, I have been to festival in another town, and they have a wonderful thing called turkey legs. I think you would enjoy very much.
As long as it tastes better than her shitty food. And he will just walk out the door.
Do you eat the rest of that food in the basket? Are you calling that food shitty or the cigarette shitty?
The cigarette shitty.
Okay.
He's taking the basket with him. He doesn't care whose it was for.
The
Got
food
food.
seems very gourmet. It's like gourmet sandwich, gourmet everything's gourmet and very intricately cut.
I mean, if someone eats this for a meal, I mean, it looks small. Who spends the time to cook something just to make it this small? He
As
eats
you,
like the entire meal in one bite.
As you're walking, you do find it's a little note, and it says it's like some words of affirmation to Thunder McCloud.
Oh, what are the words of affirmations?
We got the
So-
best of her.
Wait, you said you got the best of her? Who do you mean her?
Beatrice.
She gave you the mayor's the line.
Exactly.
She knew what she was doing. She said, it says on there, regardless of how darkest clowns are, the clowns will always break.
Puddlesworth reads like
And
First.
it says, but it's from. It says from. Well, it doesn't say from anywhere. It just says to Thunder McCloud.
I read the first couple words, get really bored, and just eat the paper.
It's like rosemary scented as you're eating it.
The paper tasted almost as good as the food. So where are we off to? Are we off to this festival to have fun? Hey, you're not going to the festival.
I don't like fun. Terribly messy.
What is that? How do you... Huh? Hold on. You don't like fun. Isn't fun a word that is interpreted to each their own? So you don't have a version of your own fun.
Highly philosophical you are.
You still didn't answer the... Oh, okay.
What?
You didn't answer the question. I don't know what philosophical means, but thank you.
Cuddlesworth, let's go get you a turkey leg.
Does it come with sauces?
I have no idea.
It
Oh.
will. We'll get you some.
Okay, that's good. I like my legs saucy.
Okay.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross. So you guys head over there, and you can tell, for one, Mr. Gentleman, this is the path of like towards. This is your ward, but as you were seeing some people setting up and stuff like that, now it is pretty much in full like. Usually the field ward is really run down. It's like the Hard Knocks of Figmont. But with whenever there's a festival, it like livens up all the streets. Like there's it's like Mardi Gras essentially. And all the people set up, everybody kind of chips in and helps, and there's a bunch of people that live there, work, or just get to enjoy a lot of the stuff. 'Cause a good bit of the stuff is free. It's only like the games and things and stuff like that aren't. But yeah, you guys are in it. There is, let me see. And I've got some music to play in the background.
Legal is going to find a bench and check her email.
Let's see.
I am going to find turkey legs, 2 turkey legs for Mr. Cuddlesworth.
There's a stand that has all different kinds. They have turkey legs, 4 legs, all different kinds of things and all different sizes. Meat wise, people could get. We also have some like cookie turkey legs, stuff like that. All different kinds of people can buy cookies.
You're kind of breaking up for me.
Okay. So you walk over and there is there are stands that have turkey legs. They have boar legs, all different kinds of animal legs that are roasted, all for different kinds of sizes, and they also have like dessert kind of legs
I want
as
the
well.
2 biggest legs they have.
This dwarven man, he says, "All right, sure." He puts up, and they're like 2 about 45-pound or so legs. They almost look like the difference between like a boar and almost like a horse leg.
Mr. Cuddlesworth, these are for you.
That'll be 2 gold.
And I'll pay him.
His eyes are just bright wide as he just picks them up, one in each hand, and just starts going to town.
It is the little things or not so little things that make life worthwhile. No.
No response.
Okay.
He doesn't even know there's other people here.
Good night, Will.
What did Wilson?
So much gold exchanges hands, and so many hands just exchanged.
Oh. Exactly. Let's see.
We should find lady and have fortune told. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can make sure that that Cuddlesworth has been fed, next stop would be go and find Bonnie.
Okay. So you you pass by a bunch of different games and say again.
As soon as you walk away from Cuddlesworth, he is not following. He is just standing there eating his turkey legs, just in his own universe.
I'll be back, buddy. Don't you worry.
No acknowledgement at all.
Good. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Sure, nothing could go wrong. Could go wrong. Could go wrong. Okay, so you guys are just walking around trying to find the Root Wrangler caravan. So you find a bunch of other things first. I mean, there's a bunch of different games set up, contests going on. You can see crowds of people, and then you get to this one area that has a bunch of different caravans and set up wagons and things like that, set up as shops, almost kind of like pseudo food trucks. But I mean, you're able to like walk into them and see everything that you're buying. And you do find the Root Wrangler cart, and it's the door is open in the back. She's got little trinkets like kind of hanging over everything, with a little sign that says come in for fortune's red.
Didi will get himself ready and then knock and push open the door.
Okay, yeah, she opens the door and she says,
Oh, sweet little nut boy.
Yeah. Hi, Bonnie. That's me. Your little nut boy.
I don't know if I. Well, it's good to see you. Do you got the bear with you?
Oh, he's preoccupied with his quest reward, so he's gonna apparently just hang out over there and munch on them bones.
Okay, well that's nice. All right,
Yeah.
well, yeah, come in. Is anybody else with you?
I look around to see if there's anybody else with me. No. Nope. Just me.
Okay.
And then
Alright.
Dee Dee will be like, well, actually, I do have one little friend who's with me, if that's okay. And he'll take out his little mycelium hands and like open up, and there's this little glass ball that'll start to hover right next to him.
What's that?
Oh, this is Orb. Orb guides me through my day-to-day life. Isn't that right, Orb? And Dee Dee will look at Orb, and Orb will glow green and then go back out.
Okay, you could just gonna have it floated and stuff while I read you, because
Oh, I'm sorry. I could just, and I'll grab Orb and put him back inside my little pack.
okay, all right,
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
It's okay. DD is going to get their cards read. Would you have gone with DD?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good. Oh, I lied. Smoke is here. That's fun. Sorry about that, Smoke. You're just too stealthy. You just kind of phase out of existence in my peripheral there.
okay. So since you helped me out with my wagon, I agreed I'd do a card read for you. So that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, good.
And if you want one too, cat lady, you can pay me after I'm done with Dee Dee.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right.
So she goes in and she's like, all right, is anybody else coming in? Because I need to close the door and set the ambiance.
No, I think it's just us, Bonnie.
Perfect.
I think we're ready.
All right. And she shuts the door and she immediately lights up some incense and just goes around. And she's like, we got to purify the space before we do this. And she says, have you ever got your cards read before?
No. This is a new thing for me. I don't actually know what even you're talking about when you say cards and stuff.
There was a lady in village where I grew up that would read the residue from tea, the pieces of leaves that would be left.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you'd flip the teacup over,
Yes.
that's one way of doing it. So this is a little bit more not plain, but this kind of gives a more understanding for people. It's not less, it's less that you have to read into. And she like, as she like puts out her hands, like a deck of cards just kind of flies through her hands, like she starts shuffling them. She did not have these in her hand before. But she's like, I believe there's different ways to view the threads of every living being. And these are just a reflective way to showcase what you have in store for you. Some people come here looking for treasures. Other people's coming here looking for love. Some people just want to know, should they get a haircut? Sometimes they come back with answers that they want. Sometimes they don't. But that's kind of destiny for you. Fate is not something that's preset. We just kind of stumble into it. But if you want a little forecast, that's why come to me. But yeah, my sisters would do kind of different things. But I like cards. I like trinkets. But Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So just put your hands on the table and say your full name, and we can get started.
So Dee Dee kind of flexes and stretches, so I like cinematically camera zooms in on these like mycelium woven fingers that go down onto the table. They're so small and just boop right there. And closes his eyes, takes a big deep breath, and a very serious tone says, "Delicious, nutty delight."
All right, good enough for me. If it's good enough for the cards, and you feel like you kind of hear like almost like a little hum, as she throws these cards, kind of in the air again. They're all cascading onto each other, but not, flying out anywhere.
Mhm.
They all just kind of, instead of dropping down, they're all flying up into her hand. And she's like, all right. And then she throws 3 cards onto the table. And she flips them one by one. And what she flips are tell me what cards that you drew.
Okay. Do I just click it? Oh. Interesting. So that is the 3 of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the High Priestess.
Okay. Let me see. So you said the 3 of Cups.
Mhm.
You said the Page of Swords.
Page of Swords
Okay.
and the High Priestess.
Okay. So for the 3 of Cups. And there they are. Okay. If only I could show these cards on the stream. But it's just the classic looking tarot cards. So the 3 of Cups. So she says that this is what is kind of going on right now for you.
Mhm.
And it is talking about, so she looks at it and she says there is a duty that you've been trying to carry out. You don't know how to do it, but there's something important that you need to do. And it might cost everything to stop whatever this has. I don't know what. Do you have anything in particular that you think this could mean?
Well, I have been plagued by nightmares, but I realized after I may have said them out loud at a different point in time that I probably shouldn't speak them out loud, because then people kind of get a little, almost like I told away a secret that was important for like character development or something. But yeah, I would say nightmares about the incoming apocalypse would be pretty high on that list of maybe something that I feel pressure to follow through on. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Your,
that
your secrets are safe with me, Didi.
Oh, that's good, because they're not safe with me. That's for sure.
okay, yeah, that would do it. That would be that card. But it says if you keep on with your path, that you're gonna get some answers.
Dee Dee flashes back to spraying the turret flamethrower at the top of the bar to open up the bar fight scene, and thinks back to getting bit in half by a T-Rex through a careless trap that he wandered through. And okay, I'm sure I could figure that out. Seems easy enough.
Let's see. Where is? Did it get sent over to you? No, that wouldn't make sense. Page of. Where is it? You said the page of swords.
Mhm.
Mm,
Right there, so fancy in the little like periwinkle colored tunic. It's a very dainty bevel pose, toe going out like that.
let me see. Why is this not showing up? Let me see.
Ooh, I can click them and zoom in.
Roll20 changed everything, and it's just so weird to me.
Yeah, they do that. They think it's funny.
They think it's funny. They do think it's funny.
It's a feature.
It's a feature, they say. Oh, there we go. Oh, is that it?
Oh wow.
That looks like it. Let's see. Okay, we'll do the High Priestess for now
Okay.
because I think I have that. Maybe I should have that. Okay. I don't know why the High Priestess is on here, but not on the other. Okay. Okay, so the High Priestess says, you, and this is your feature.
Mhm.
It says, accessing your intuition and tuning in to the source of a feminine power, you will encounter a holy woman who will offer you a gift.
Dee Dee kind of like stares a hole straight into the top of this tabletop thing, staring at the High Priestess, and has like a fracture. And the first half is thinking about olive embers and this tiefling who seems to absorb fire, which that's kind of Dee Dee's whole bag. And then it shift again into like a combination of lilac and legal department of like, and these two like these two feminine friends are like here and providing excellent magic, and then fractures over to smoke of like but strong leadership, and then fractures back to Bonnie and goes, holy woman, and just kind of like doesn't move for fear of being found out, of not knowing what direction. Just goes, wow, that's very clear and interesting. That sure is. Yep.
She's like, I can't port you. Kind of like feeling like she knows what you're thinking. She's like, I can't point you to who the holy woman is. I can only let you know kind of which way to go.
And then Dee Dee's mind splits again, thinking about just some woman like full of like firebolt holes, and goes, oh, maybe it's that. Okay, well, a lot of different interpretations there. Guess I could make anyone holy if I try hard enough.
And then for
Delayed reaction, sorry.
You're good.
I don't mean to be like this, but Dee Dee brings it out in me.
It just happens. And then, so for the Page of Swords is what's happening right now. And it's saying that somebody is watching you.
Okay.
That somebody is looking for you. But you don't. But she doesn't know why. And as she looks more at the card, she says, "It's not good. I don't know why. I don't know why, but there's something about you that somebody is looking for. They're very interested in. They don't even know why they're interested in it."
Dee Dee goes, "Oh, I know this one," and clenches his little mycelium fists and thinks about, oh, what is his name? Hang on. Gonin the Ronin, that mime, my arch nemesis, and goes, "He may be looking for me, but I'm looking for him too, and I will have his blood."
Okay, if you feel like you know who it is, more power to you.
Yeah, I do need more power, and I'm gonna get him, and you'll see. You'll all see. Dee Dee feels better now. The Holy Woman kind of threw him off a little bit, but target acquired, going in the Ronin. Going down the Ronin, more like.
Okay. All right.
She's like, all right, if you feel like you got everything you needed out of that, I'm glad for it. I want to thank you again for helping me out with my car.
Ah, thanks, Bonnie. And I want to thank you for offering this. And most of the time, I just get my guidance through Orb. But, it's always nice to kind of fact check yourself a little bit. That way you don't end up in an echo chamber. So, but yeah, Orb and I we're just gonna step out now and kind of come up with a game plan on how to sift through all this stuff. So, cool. Thanks again. Say bye, Orb. And grabs the orb, and the orb goes and shines with yellow light and back out.
You don't want to sit here for your friends reading?
Oh no, we Smoke. Do you want an audience, or would you prefer to be alone?
I would like another interpretation in case I don't understand. In the future, you can remind me what it means.
Got it. Yeah, I got you, girl. I'll be sitting right here. And Dee Dee just settles right on in.
Okay. This time I'm just gonna pull mine. I'm gonna still deal it, and then I'll get what I need out of there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna deal 3 to you, and you tell me what they are.
Oh, what do I do?
Do you have Roll20 open?
Yes.
Did you get 3 little cards?
Oh, where it says draw?
I think
Draw,
so.
dagger, drag, or deal? Okay.
Mine popped up over like on top of where my name is.
Oh,
wait a
yes.
minute, mine's saying draw 3 cards. Raw. Okay. Oh, it says 6. I don't need 6. I'm confused.
Oh. Okay, you know what? I'll recall. Hold on. What I'm going to just do, I'm going to just use my actual ones. All right. So.
King of Pentacles.
Oh, that's what you got?
I don't know. That's what's showing up on the thing.
Oh, that is showing up on the top. Here. All right. So we have 3 of hearts. I mean, not 3 hearts.
King of
swords.
Pentacles. Let me see if another. Let me draw 1. Let me see if that works. Yes.
It's working?
Yes. King of Pentacles. What is this one? This one is
Let me see. I wish I could see y'all's actual. I don't know why
I
I
think
can't
it's
see
1,
y'all's.
2, 3, 4, 5, 9 of stars, something.
Oh, let me see. The one that's on the.
Yeah.
So
And let's see. Draw 1. Draw. Oops. Ooh, 9 of cups. I'm seeing a pattern here.
9.
And then the
Okay.
last one.
The
9
King
of cups,
Pentacles
9
is the
of
first one.
stars, and the last one is
The Hangman.
Ace of wands. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Hangman pulled out.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the Hangman.
I'll go with that. 9 of stars, 9 of cups, 9 and the hanged man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's recall everything. All right. So 9 of stars. I think it's pentacles. Is it pentacles? Yes, it is. So this is your past. It just talks about that a horde of marauders and other things have been in your past, in the sense of you have done mercenary work. Is that right? She goes through and she says there's been several different times that you've helped people, all for money, but also for some recognition, some sort of need to show people that you're more than just a cat. Is that about right?
This is very insightful. Yes.
And then she pulls the 9 of cups and she says, this is what's going on currently. It says that there's evil somewhere that is coming from a haunted house that has blighted a village, and they need help. That your destiny is linked to this somehow. That this village has been overrun, and they have some sort of undead. I don't know.
I have sensed always that I have a higher purpose. This is good to know.
It seems like these are some people that need help.
Are you listening, DD?
I sure am. I'm a little nervous about the whole like undead thing for other probably not very important reasons to specify right now, but I'm here to help, and I think we can help them real good.
And then she pulls the last card, which is the Hanged Man. She looks at it and she says, it speaks of your future, and that there is an imbalance of things, of scales. But it says that you would be getting answers soon. I don't know how soon. It says that you will be given a kind of a
I-
new perspective on life.
I will have to make a choice.
Not so much that you will need to make a choice, but more so a new perspective of sorts. Kind of like the hangman upside down. You will be given an opportunity to see life in a different way. I don't know what this means for you, but
I will remember this, as will my friend Dee.
I sure
This
will.
has
I wrote it
been-
down.
This has been most helpful.
perfect. And of course, that'll be 10 gold. And if you want to buy anything, you feel free to peruse around.
I will look at trinkets, yes. Is there anything you recommend for luck? Or for guidance? Or for guidance?
For luck or for guidance? I have a few different things. She looks through different little boxes. She's like, I have this. It could probably bring you some luck, and it's a very it's a kind of an amputated looking monkey's hand.
Yes.
I've heard and one finger is curled and she's like, I don't usually do returns, but somebody gave this back to me. If you I could sell it at a discount if you would like. And then I got a couple other things too. I got this dust. I kind of forgot what it does. It's like in a little bag. And then I got this also. I got this this little animal that I'm kind of trying to get rid of. And then a couple other things.
What animal is represented?
It's this guy that he kind of screwed the pooch with me. So he is it's this little guy, and then you see this she pulls out this little cage, and it's this little rat about less than a foot tall, and he says, hit me, and she says, yeah, he's kind of set to, he wants to get hit like a matchstick, and you kind of throw him and he blows up.
I think I will go with bag of dust.
Okay. All right. That's good for me. He's like, go on.
How much for the exploding rat?
Cats and rats do not mix.
You know, I don't know the next time I'm going to see you for my little nut boy for free. It gives you the cage.
Thank you. I was going to try and sweeten you up by saying this is going to be a gift for someone somewhere. I don't know who yet, but it will be in your name, body. And Dee will like take a knee down paladin style and be like, I swear this oath that I will unleash this rat and the holy hell that is inside of it on somebody unsuspecting soon.
I believe you, sweet cheeks.
So how How much do I owe you?
Let's just say, let's do 20 gold.
I will give her 25.
Perfect. And you have now a dust of absent-mindedness.
Perfect. I shall add it to my equipment. Dust of absent-mindedness.
And with the identify spell, or yeah, it would just be have to be an identify spell. You'd be able to figure out what it does, but that's all you
Okay.
kind of know.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is going on. What is the rest of y'all doing? I guess Kettlesworth's still eating a leg. Mr. Gentleman, legal department.
Legal is reading her emails. Did you have any new emails?
Oh, so you have you last email that you got was, well, you got that call or you got that letter.
Yeah, I got a letter that said to call my home from a
it
given
was-
location in Figmont.
Right. It was Preston Reginald had said to go to do that, and he has asked you to go to, it's a kind of a, how would you say, a scrying kind of like not coffee shop, but it's like a place where you have a bunch of just what would you say? It's like seeing orbs, scrying orbs that you're able to like video call people from.
Not an internet cafe. Not that.
It's not that. No, absolutely not that.
Like the
Nothing like
the
that.
old timey version, like a back then internet cafe.
Exactly.
Okay. Is it nearby?
There is one. Let me see. I believe there's one like the ward over. We're close. Yeah, I would say that there is a kind of a franchise place nearby, even in the field ward.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, she's gonna pick the one that's on this side of the street instead of the one that's like directly up the block. So yeah, she's gonna go in there and she's gonna try and get in touch with Reginald.
Okay. So you you basically dial up your you send to Reginald. You see a very you can tell like very overworked elven man, white hair, mustache, full on butler outfit, and he has an apron on, and he is like, oh, master legal, Scribucks, Mr. Legal, good to hear from you. You got my my message. I take it.
Yes. What is it that's so urgent?
Yes, well, I don't know really how to say this, but your Well, okay. She didn't even want me to just say it. Your mother's remarrying. I just thought she didn't let me know to. Honestly, I was the one that brought up that I needed to reach out. I don't know if I should have phrased it that way. But I felt the need to just ask how you are doing. With that
Oh,
detail. But
do we
yes,
know him?
he I don't really know him. No, I mean we're
No.
out here.
Oh God.
I mean, in the sense of, I only know as much as I'm worked or that's in my frame of work. What was that? Are you in a Scrybucks?
There's someone. I'm so sorry. Someone is. What? I don't have time for this. I'm doing a thing. I can't. Is she planning a wedding? Is there going to be? Are there going to be appointments?
I know. I mean, I know you are in between. I'm sure you've just finished another term of schooling. I wanted to see how you're doing in that. But yes, it's going to be a big wedding.
It's always bloody big wedding.
But
God.
it's not soon. So there's still time. I'm sure she'll send announcements when it gets closer. But I didn't want you to be full on surprised. I just wanted to kind of help you out a little bit in terms of softening it.
Reginald, you do take wonderful care of me. School's going well. I have an internship. It's a long story. I'll fill you in, but can you have the other dresses from the other weddings pulled out and pressed, and maybe we can recycle one. I don't want to do more fittings. I'll talk to you later. All right.
Well, okay. Your mother, she doesn't like redos. She doesn't like, she.
I know she doesn't. She's never going to be satisfied with anything.
I mean, she only wears a pair of shoes once a day.
I don't want to get into it because I'll make myself mad. Listen, thank you so much, Reginald. This has been. I'm not upset with you. I'm not going to shoot the messenger. I'm going to have a talk with Mummy as soon as I can.
If I need to be your emotional punching bag, I am used to it. I'm fine with it.
Do we think Reginald, tell me truly. Tell me well and truly. Do you think she's really going to do it, or do you think she's just lonely and upset and wants attention right now, or do you think she's actually going to go through with it?
Oh, love. Mistress, I think more so that I don't think love is in that equation at all.
I didn't say anything about love, Reginald. I asked if she's actually doing it or if she's just trying to get my attention.
Again,
I'll find out. We'll see. It's probably both. Look, Reginald, thank you so much for letting me know. We'll discuss it. We'll talk about it. I'll make a stop by home soon. All right.
Okay. I'll send a little care package for you to Figmont.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
You know how I like those. We put books in it.
Soon. Of course.
Oh, marvelous. Thank you. Thank you so much, Reggie. Kisses.
Goodbye. And did you just see like some smoke in the background because he's got the scry globe in the kitchen as he's been cooking some stuff. He's like, "Oh, I've got to go. I will talk to you soon. Bye."
Bye.
Okay.
Somehow I'm trying to figure out how Legal like grumpily hangs up a scrying orb. She just like spins it really aggressively.
You see,
And she goes and orders a really complicated drink.
okay, yeah. You go up to the what's the just in general a really complicated drink, or is it like 5 stanzas of
Yeah. She's like massaging her temples and she's like, listen, I need you to look, I need you to listen very, very closely to me. I want a double extra half tall with extra foam, but like half the foam. I want you to whip the foam, and then I want you to tell it a bedtime story, and then I want you to cut it in half and give me the better half. Okay. And then I want you to put the ice on the bottom. It's going to be hot and it's going to be iced, and I need it to be both. And then I need like a light dusting of cinnamon.
But
I want the cinnamon on the side.
Okay, but it's gonna be hot, so it's gonna melt a lot of the ice.
Just
so there's
please,
gonna be
just
a lot
do
of
it.
room. There's gonna be a lot of room
going
at the
through a lot
top
right now. I will
You
tip
want
you
us-
literally 4 gold.
Do you need us to fill up the rest of the space? Because there's gonna be a little space in between.
I'm not going to do math for you right now. Please.
Okay, I'm just saying. Usually it's hot, and
You
it's
know what?
one.
Forget it. Give me a plain coffee.
Got him again. As that person turns around and pours a coffee. Here you go. Where you don't see is a little thing that says customers always right until they're wrong. All right, have a good day at Skybox.
Legal pays for it.
Okay. Mr. Gentleman. What is happening with Mr. Gentleman?
I think Mr. Gentleman has just kind of been wandering the streets and this entire time and has been like checking out all of the booths and like the food stalls and stuff that's been set up. And he's like under his breath been going like, now where is my Charles was supposed to set up our booth to get more individuals signed up for the school. And where is Charles? He's supposed to be here. He was granted his 2-minute water break 30 minutes ago. Where could he be?
Yep, you don't see any booth or anything like that. But you are walking pretty close to your place, your building. Make a perception roll for me.
Perception roll? Whatever for? What does a 3 get me?
So no, you're just looking around. You don't see anything in particular that strikes you. And it isn't until you pretty much bump into him where you see the very familiar muscle of Lorenzo Wolf and Mollis. And they look at you and they say, well, look what would be something good. He's like, the man is cat dragged in or something like that. Okay, yeah, the man is cat dragged in.
Yes, indeed, a very good one. Can I help you, gentlemen? It's so wonderful to see you on this fine day. Are you enjoying the street fair?
We're gonna enjoy it a little bit more once we get one of our to-do lists struck off.
Oh, working on such a fine day such as this? Oh, such a shame. I would have absolutely given you lads the day off, that's for certain.
We'll see the thing. Mr. O'Clock specifically told us that we needed to make sure you paid us. and then we get to enjoy the rest of the festival.
Oh, what? Yes, of course, Mr. Clock. Yes. Let's see. Now, I did recently complete a job. I'm happy to tell you it went wonderful. Did not threaten my life or the lives of anyone that I knew at all. Yes. Let me see. Let me do the quick math for you to ensure that I have every last dollar available. We got paid 300 gold each, right?
That was
Or was it-
300 split.
It was 300 split. Okay. How many of us are there?
6.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I can make
As
this
you,
work.
you see
I can make
Mollis
this work.
looking over one of your shoulder, and Mollis looking over your other.
Okay.
He's like,
Perfect. Now I have done the math and minus 25% for a very charitable donation on my part. Let me tell you, I have all of the money that you could ever need from me here, so that our business is completed and there is nothing more that we would need from each other. I bid you to fair day, good luck, and enjoy the fair. And he just like deposits a little bag of money and then just like tries to
one of them puts his arm on you as you're trying to leave, very much like stopping
Sir.
you from going everywhere.
Sir, I assure you, it is not very becoming to place your hands on a gentleman such as I. In such a
Well,
broad public place, no less.
the thing about this is, I like my hands. Okay, they're very
They're
nice.
very lovely hands.
I make sure
very strong
once a
hands.
month I get a manicured.
Yes, I was about
I
to
take
say.
care of them.
Commenting on your
I don't want to lose any parts of them for not doing my job right.
Yes.
So now we're gonna need to take a trip to go talk to the boss.
Oh, to see Mr. Clock. Oh, wonderful. I haven't seen him in quite some time. It would be so nice to catch up with him, but unfortunately I am late for an appointment, and so I will bid you both adieu.
And at this point, puts a bag over you.
Oh, now come now. There's no reason for secrecy.
And that's where we're gonna end the session tonight.
I love it.
And puts him
I'm in
over.
danger.
As no telling if Snugglesworth saw any of this as he's eating his 2 boar legs, and everybody else is kind of out and about. So yeah, that's where we will end our session for the night. As we get off, everybody kind of
We'll save you.
You don't have
give
to.
a little bit of where people can find you.
Okay, me first. I'm not gonna wait for you to have
Yes.
to tell me.
Yes.
Yay.
I'm
Always in
Lisa,
my head, I look. Okay.
D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Smoke on the Water, Tabaxi Ranger. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel for either Wind Riders of Aria or Origins on our Leia campaign. Next session will be on the 16th will be Origins. You can also find me every other Thursday right here for Liminal Blink, also on Halfling Wizards channel. And every other Friday night on Celtic Wyvern King's channel for his Stargate 5e campaign that is a lot of fun. And we actually have a session tomorrow night, Friday the 13th, which kind of worries me because I don't know what Kel has planned for us, but always fun. I love playing with these guys. Check out some of their other stuff too. It's they're fun fun folks.
All right, Connor.
Hello, I'm Connor. I've been playing DD, the Artillerist Artificer. You can find me here on Halfling Wizards channel, where I'm a part of the Codex Chaoticum, which is on Wednesdays, which is the day before today, but not the day before today. Yes, and then you can find me doing that, and you can also find me over on the affiliate channel of Vibe Tribe, where you can see me in Gaia Chronicles, Between the Pros, and El Juego, and another thing that's not on Vibe Tribe. It's actually going to be here on Halfling Wizard Productions, but I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that yet or not. So we'll hold off on that.
Yes.
And then you might see me on.
If it's the new one coming on Thursday, yes, they're talking about it.
Okay, cool. But I don't know if it's the one that's coming on Thursdays or not. So I'm just gonna on that, and you can see me doing stuff. The only way to really know what I'm talking about and alluding to is if you subscribe to all these channels, like Halfling Wizard and Vibe Tribe and Celtic Wyvern King and all the other ones. And just do that. Just do that and watch all the things. Okay, thanks. Love.
Okay, Crystal.
Hi, everybody. I'm Crystal. I have been playing the legal department. Your spoiled local warlock. You can find me right here every other Thursday. You can't find me anywhere else, really. And if you have found me anywhere else, no, you haven't. But you should follow all of these guys at all of their things that they do, because it is great.
You, Finn.
I'm Finn. I'm in danger. Haha. I've been playing Mr. Gentleman. You can catch me here on Liminal Blink. You can also catch me on Vibe Tribe Productions every other Monday, playing Pennyland in Gaia Chronicles. And then every other Sunday, I'm the DM for Between the Pros, which Connor and Dan are also a part of. And otherwise, you can find me at my day job.
And Taryn, I think Taryn's around. I think he went maybe a bio break, but I'm not sure. But I also don't think Taryn is on anything. I think he usually
Taryn is on Origins, or Leia Origins,
okay.
on Monday nights.
Okay. And of course, if you check out the schedules and things like that, you can check out all the different things that pop up and that we're in. And you can find me, like Finn said, I'm also playing on the Between the Pros every other Sunday, and then I'm also on a Gaia Chronicles every other Monday. And
if you're anywhere near Paris, Texas, soon to be seen as Hamlet on a stage near you.
Where Lisa plays my mother, the queen.
It is
I'm
good to
super
be
excited.
seen.
That.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, if you enjoyed what you saw tonight and want to know more about us and the channel, just hit a follow. We're trying to get to 200 followers. And also check out our merch store as well. Like Finn had mentioned, we have several of our characters have popped up on all the different kinds of things, and you'll never know when more will pop up on there. And all of them are located on the main page. Thank you for joining us tonight, and until next time, don't blink or you'll miss us. Good night.
Thanks for joining us for this Halfling Wizard production. Make sure to come back again soon to see what happens next, right here where adventure comes to life.